Jupiter in Aries is a real unstoppable force for taking action and really making things happen. They have ideas and they are willing to move fast and furious and boldly on those ideas. And they're willing to initiate and pioneer and be very, very brave in their delivery of how they go about life. And they're very, very creative. They're very, very simple. They don't complicate things very much. And they just want to try things out, because unless you try things out, you don't know what you really want. You don't know what you're really passionate about, what you really want to act on, and what you want to do. So they are all about that. They are all about the courageous act of what it takes to succeed is those who are assertive, those who get in there, those who are proactive. And so if they can learn to follow through with these ideas, and if they can learn to, think about like, how is my ideas helping others, and how, is it affecting others in a positive way? That's really the growth area that they can really, really step into, with it being true to themselves, like not forcing them, oh, you have to, focus on others and, do all that. Because Aries doesn't want to do that, and I'm an Aries sun, so, I'm very, very connected to that energy. But today I'm going to be discussing that in this podcast, The Cosmic Sky. Before I even get into that, I just am imploring you to do something right now, which is to subscribe to my channel. If you should like this video, if you like what I have to say, if you like what I have to deliver in this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe, because I'm kind of in a lull. I'm kind of in a very, very stuck, stagnant phase with my channel right now. It is stuck at 233 subscribers. It went up, and then one person unsubscribed, and then it's not growing. I'm barely getting any views on my videos. So whoever you are watching this, I would greatly appreciate you watching and spending your time and attention to listen to this. And I really would value your support to this channel to help it grow. And I was going on to the whole AI thing on the channel studio with looking up, how can I make the channel grow, and say, well, don't say subscribe because it's going to deter people. I don't want to deter anyone. I'm just encouraging you to subscribe if you should like this comment, but I'm not begging you. You must do this. so it's just optional. But I'm imploring you to, if you should really like this video. Because, it's kind of like I'm speaking into a void, and, so hopefully the pace will pick up again and the momentum will pick up, but, it's kind of, it's quiet here. So, delving into what I wanted to talk about today with Jupiter and Aries. Jupiter is expansion. It is growth. It is what wakes you up in the morning and makes you feel so abundant about life. It is how you evolve in the opportunities that you can take advantage of that bring you joy. So when Jupiter is placed in the sign of Aries, which is a sign of the ram, the courageous ram, Jupiter and Aries is very, very direct. They are, Aries is a sign that is really, really direct, very, very blunt. They will tell you how it is. They will go in at full force gusto for the maker shifting of what they're trying to do. Like they will act on it completely on their own. And they will not mess with anyone to make them happen to the place they want them to happen in. To, for them to hold them back from going after what they want to go after. And they're very, very direct when it comes to their approach, and they're very, very straightforward. I have something that I want, and I'm approaching it directly. I'm not being vague. I'm not skirting around the issue, and not really aiming for what I'm doing. Because Jupiter and Aries can not do that, where, some people just skirt around it, hedge around it, move around what they're trying to do, and do things around that main target, but don't really get to it. Like, this is not Jupiter in Aries. They are direct, and they are in your face. And they're not afraid of confrontation. They're not afraid of fighting if they have to. They're not afraid to fight their way to get what they want, and to be able to go after what they want. Like, it's not afraid to fight, and if they have to, get in your face if the situation would call for. Like, Aries is a sign that's not going to put up with the BS. It is going to get in your face and, do that. Like, it's a very, very willing sign. And if it can do that, not from an ego place, and from a soul-centered place, from a loving place, then that's where they can really, really thrive. It's where you get to the ego that it gets a little bit dicey. So, all right. So, Jupiter in Aries is very, very much about action. It's about, like, I have a desire, I have something that I want to act upon, and I'm taking action on it. Very, very simple. Not complicated at all. It's action-oriented. It believes if you have something that you want to do, then act on it. Make it happen. Don't just sit on it. Don't just think about it. Don't just dream about it. Don't just reflect on it. Like, actually make it happen. That's what they're all about. It is about doing something rather than speaking about it. They're going to do the whole talking and over-explaining to people about it. They want to act on it. Growth here becomes proactive. Very, very, very proactive. And proactive growth means, growth where you are really taking the driver's seat of your life and attending to the needs and the changes. And being proactive is responding and not reacting. Okay. Because Aries at the low level can react to things very, very impulsively. The high road is responding from a place of sovereignty, from a place of authenticity and love. Like, it's not, authentic just react, because that's, false. It's more authentic to be like, this is what I really feel, what I really need, besides my immediate, unfiltered, response. So, that's what I'm talking about here. So, they can be very, very proactive. All right. So, they're pioneers. They want to start things that never been done before. Like, Aries is the self-starter. It starts things that have never been done before. It starts things that have never been initiated before. It wants to be the first to come up with the new goal, the new plan, the new inapine, the new vision, the new invention, the new book, or whatever it is. They want to be a pioneer. They want to be the leaders. They are initiators. So, yeah, they start things. They really, really start things. And, they start all these things without necessarily and they start something. They start some particular thing. To begin it. And, maybe they initiate change. Maybe they initiate something that's never been done before. Maybe it's a new change that hasn't been created before, and they want to change the game. They want to change the status quo. They want to change up how things are done, and so they're going to do it differently. So they're frequently very much about this, as it says here. So, okay, so that's what I wanted to discuss with initiating, and they go after their visions. They go after their new visions in their life. Now, they really, really thrive in being in positions in leadership. Like having leadership roles. That's what they're really all about. Is they can really, really do well in positions of leadership. They want to take the lead. They want to be powerful, almighty. They want to feel confident. They want to feel alive. They want to feel bold. They want to feel like they want to feel confident in themselves. And they want to feel like, wow, I have a lot of power and I can do all these things very, very greatly. Like, this is how they really, really want to feel. And they want to take risks. That's the other thing. Is they really, really, really thrive at taking risks in their life. And that's where their modem lies, is the ability to be so courageous, so daring, to take risks, to really have this new, I want to try something that's never been done before. I want to try all these things, and they're just acting on it. Just acting on it, just taking chances. Like, they want to take chances in their life. So, okay. So they grow through moving bravely and boldly into new territories. That's really their thriving story. Is bravely getting themselves into new territories, new places, new arenas. So they're very, very adventurous. There's a very, very adventurous, fun, sparky quality to them that is, absolutely remarkable. Absolutely 100%, well in the making of what they could be, is that adventurous, that asylum quality. And, they want to turn their ideas into action. They want to take all their grand, ideas for what they want to implement in their life. And, they want to act on them. Like, they're all about acting on these things very, very easily. When they can act courageously, then they can really, thrive in that way, with, turning turning their ideas into something very, very easily for them to act upon. In that kind of way, with what they are ending up doing. So, they want to do this. It's all about, I have this just thing in my mind that I'm thinking of. And I'm just acting on it. I'm just acting on it. And, in some way or another. So, they grow, when they have the freedom to begin what they want to begin. They grow and they really, really feel this freedom to start something and, doing it without permission from others. They do something without the external validation from others. They don't want to wait for everyone to tell them what to do. They don't want to wait for everyone to tell them, like, oh, you should do this right now. Oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, you should do this way. Wait until this opportunity to do this. Like, no, they want to do it when they want to do it, how they want to do it. And so, there is this, this urgent quality, this really, really daring, childlike quality of doing it the way that you want to do it, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. So, and then pursuing goals that are true for them, not pursuing other people's goals that they have going on with whatever they have going on in their minds. They want to do the goals that they authentically want to do. They don't want to rely on anybody else to tell them, you should do this, you should go into painting, you should go into wheel crafting, you should go into tree planting, you should go into bonsai building. They want to do it all on their own. Their action is fast, very, very quick. They want to move very, very quickly, and they have immediate action. They want to act in very, very immediate, instant ways. They want to act right in the moment. They're all about right in the moment. Like they don't want to wait. There's this restless energy that they're just sitting on, and they don't want to sit on the energy. They just want to act. They don't want to wait. That's what they want to do. So it's very, very fast. And so they want instant gratification. Instant gratification. Meaning that they're not waiting around for for results, for things to happen, for somebody to give them permission, for all these factors to line up in order for the race to be put. They want to act in an instant, gratified way. They want to act with courage and gusto. They want to act with a lot of this, and they want it to happen now. Aries is like, can it happen now, please? Let's have it happen now. Aries wants it to happen now. Doesn't want to wait. It's not patient enough to wait for that, that opportunity when it might very well happen. No, it wants it as soon as it can get it. As opposed to wanting it now, as opposed to the long-term process to achieve goals, achieving goals. Like when it comes to achieving the goals and making things happen, they really just want it to happen right now. They really, really want it to happen, in the moment, very, very easily for them. So, the question is like, do they actually finish what they start? Do they actually, start something and see through to completion? Stick it out. Do all these kind of things where, they start a goal or a project, and do they actually finish it? Or do they just, oh, well, I'm bored. This is not exciting to me anymore. This is not giving me stimulation and joy anymore. This is not giving me juice and energy anymore. So I'm just going to scrap this and move on to something else. Are they willing to stick it out? Are they willing to have commitment and dedication? And are they willing to be steadfast in achieving these goals? That's the question. Now, at best, they may inspire you to follow them. They want you to follow them and keep up with them. For those with Jupiter and Aries, there's this spark that they have, that that you have if you have Jupiter and Aries, that you want others to follow you, that you want others to be on your side and go along with what you're doing. Like, if I can, like Aries is like going its own way, and if somebody is doing what I am doing and keeping up with what I am doing and in support of what I am doing and joining what, well, come along, and join me on my path of independence, my path of courage, and and bold action and energy. But if you want to do things a different way, and if you feel to keep up with me, well, I'm just going to move on. It's like if you're racing, kind of thing. And if somebody's running in the sort of energy and joy of the partner, and the connecting with the person in an energetic, more high vibrational way. But then you're just keeping running, and the person slowing down, or you just keep going. Like, Aries is not attached to relationships and people. It is a very, very just Aries is doesn't really value that and care about that. It just wants to go its own way, in a way where it doesn't. It's not attached to being with somebody in that race for so long, for very, very long. So, um, you know, all right. So, the best they can inspire others. Aries can inspire others and motivate others. Like, you can do this. I believe in you. You have the ability to do this. I think that you can really, really do well at this. You should do this. Like, encouraging the person with really tapping into, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what the person authentically needs to do and wants to do with their interests, their, desires and goals or whatever. And they, inspire them. So, they want to try new ways of doing things. They want to do new ways of doing things that is not the traditional, not the old way that everybody does it. They want to do things a different way. They want to do things a very, very unique, individual, authentic way. And they want to act on opportunities. So they want to act on opportunities. Every opportunity that is presented to them, they want to act on it, because they see the value of it. They see the potential of it. Where opportunities come to them, and they take advantage. It's just so natural for them to take advantage, and they grow through taking advantage of the opportunities. And so if there's an opportunity that's presented with you, then act on it. That's really their philosophy of life, because Jupiter is your philosophy. So, they want to create movement in life. They want to create a lot of movement, momentum that puts others on their team. Like, they want to bring others together on their team. They want to form a team of those who will be supportive of them when it comes to motivating others. And they motivate others through having faith and hope in them, and seeing the positive potentials that they could become, and courageously speaking to those potentials. So, that's really where they thrive. Okay. So, for them, acting is a very, very quick thing. Acting, requires you to act quickly, and you act, and and people with Jupiter and Aries act while others are still just contemplating. Still just, others have, I'm not sure what to do, let's think about this and have trouble deciding. Like, no. You decide right there, right at the moment, and then you take action. Like, it's very, very quick. With because you feel like if you don't take action on opportunities, then they're going to slip you by, and they're going to pass you by, and they're never going to come back again. So, you're going to miss those opportunities if you don't just quickly act on them. Well, Aries is like, here's an opportunity, take advantage, go after the chase, and go after it. Like, Aries is about the chase. Jupiter in Aries is very, very willing to go first. Jupiter in Aries wants to go first. Aries wants to be the first. It wants to win the race. It doesn't want to be left behind. It wants to be, there's a need for power, and the need for wanting to win, wanting to conquer, wanting to succeed. with this placement, need to, be the best, be first, and it should come from a need to be authentic and do what's never been done before, as opposed to ego, I want to be better than everybody else, and I think that one of the lessons for Aries is it's okay if you're not the first one. Your individual contribution, who you are, is enough and is quite a lot. And if you are authentic, then that is where you can thrive. If you are just egoic, wanting to be first and just, really, really just impulsively, cutting others to the ground, just So, we do have to be mindful of it. So, I say this a lot, if you're acting from a soul-centered place, if you're doing what truly feels right, then it's not a bad thing. It's not a wrong thing. So, there's a value of competition. They see the value in competition. With wanting to compete very, very easily. The competition to act and fight in that competition. They fight in that competition really, really easily. And they really want to just box and do all that thing, so to speak, like a boxing match. They thrive in competitions where they can prove themselves, where they can be better, where they can do all these things. And in competitive environments. They act on things that, maybe others just don't have the eyes to see. Or don't have the guts or backbone to act upon it. You just act upon it, and you just notice these things. So, the other thing is that you may act on challenges that others avoid. If others are, avoiding, drumming up the Mount Everest, if others are avoiding taking the 100%, moving it down to 50, or moving it up to 150, or if others are avoiding, having a certain business that has all these policies and whatever, then you want to act on making that business a reality. You see opportunities of where you can take risks, of where, what, this is a challenge, but I want to prove people wrong. I want to prove them wrong, and other people couldn't do this, but I'm going to be the one to do it. I'm going to be the one to stand up and make this happen in my life because I want to be strong, I want to be independent, I want to be all these things. That's the mindset of Jupiter and Aries. And they want to make things happen very, very quickly with this. They want quick action. And so they are really, really, unafraid to be themselves. They are unafraid to be who they are, and that's who they want to be. Is being authentically who they want to be in their truth, and they are unabashedly laughing at whatever they find funny. Also, if they feel joy, then they're going to express it. If they feel, they are uninhibited. They are uninhibited. If they feel joy, they're going to express it. If they feel anger, they're going to express it. If they feel sad, they're going to express it. They're just an innocent, no inhibitions, just childlike. How they find something that they find funny, and they just are unafraid to just, it's so natural for them to just act, just laugh at it, just just authentically. And I think that that's a beautiful quality for somebody to be just so innocent and somebody to be so, childlike and so free to just act and show their expression. Making sure, however, that it is not just, you know, impulsive, but doing it because it's just true and it's just an authentic response. That's what I would say to that. But but really, when they feel joy, they're gonna express it. When they feel all those things, they're gonna express it. Now, our sense of humor says a lot about us, and what we find funny says a lot about who we are and what our sort of quirks are about life. And so, when Jupiter in Aries has a great idea and sees an opportunity, it acts on it and does it instantly and as soon as it can. Like, I want that bike. I want that relationship. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to meet that person. I want to go to that restaurant. Darn it, I want to do this. I want to do that. And they act on it. They act on it immediately. Instantly. Truthfully. They are interested in novelty. Newness. That's what they're really interested in. Things that have never been done before. Adventure, spontaneity, stimulation. Jupiter in Aries likes to do things independently. They don't like to, do things, with others where others tie them down and tell them what to do, and you must compromise, you must do this, you must do that. No, they want to do things on their own. They want to do things completely on their own. That's what they really thrive in. So they don't want to be tied down. They do not want to be tied down. That's the worst thing that they could be, is tied down. And, having to keep up with somebody else. That whole thing of just having to keep up with somebody else in your life. Well, they want to do that. They want to go their own way, do their own thing the way that they want to do it, and they don't want to wait for anybody else. So, and not waiting for anyone else. So, they like, and they do it without ambition or external validation, as I said before. When they begin something or go after, when they begin something new, start something new that's never been done before, they've never done before, or go after something, everyone will know about it. Everybody will be aware. And they kind of want everybody to be aware because they want to prove how strong and how, capable and how competent and how independent and how powerful they really are. So they know what idea they want to act on. It's not an ego thing. I will say, if it feels right, act on it. Like, in your intuition, in your soul, in your gut, if it feels right, then act on it. That's what they're all about, is acting on what feels right. And they are truly willing to make it happen. They are willing to make anything happen, to make their goals happen, to make their visions happen. Jupiter in Aries does not hold back. It does not hold itself back. It gives something its all. When it has a goal or an idea that it wants to act upon, it goes in it and it gives it its all, puts its all into it. It maximizes its potential, maximizes its ability, and goes at something so intensely and so driven and so confidently and so boldly. So, I mean, you could say that Jupiter and Aries can't ask for help, but needing to communicate that help to others. But tell me. Look, I'm really interested in to find a Jupiter in Aries who wants help from others, because they're kind of wanting to do it their own way. So it's all about new ideas. New ideas. That's what they're all about. Is having new ideas and acting on them. Acting on these new ideas and making them significant. Making them matter. Jupiter in Aries wants to try so many things in their life. This opportunity that comes across, they want to try it. They want to give it a chance. They want to test their skills out. They want to challenge themselves. They don't want to just sit and let opportunities pass them by. Like, they want to act on it when they see it. And, see what truly works for them. You don't know what truly works for you unless you try. Unless you give it a try and give it a shot and, see what you're good at and see what you're not good at. And they want to try all these things and see, like, oh, I want to, just test myself, and I want to, there's something about, like, being alive and being a body, like moving energy, and they want to be active. They want to be dynamic. So Jupiter in Aries. There's some things to work on with Jupiter Aries that I just want to discuss here at this point in the video. You do want to be mindful of, like, not burning others out, not not neglecting others' needs in your life, those that you truly care about and that you truly value in your life. Can you balance out, your own needs in a way that you're pursuing your own needs in a way that benefits their needs, in a way where you're focusing also on their needs, on their, what they need, what they truly need to feel true to themselves and, secure with themselves and alive and motivated, or whatever. Like, at best, Jupiter can help motivate others. Jupiter and Aries can also overlook some things, not see certain details of a goal or an ambition, like buying a house, that they just want to buy the house right away. Maybe they're not seeing, the money involved, or the, features involved with the, I don't know. They just want to act on it immediately. It's a very, very instant, impulsive energy. So it's very important to not just leave their relationships behind, just ignore all of their relationships through life, and just going after your goals and just ignoring, like, hey, there's, others in your life that matter, and so put your focus on that. Not looking at certain things. So, and then compassionate prosperity. The question is, and I want to look up what compassionate it looks at empathy, having a positive impact on others, caring for others. The question is here, is what I am doing impacting others in a positive way or not? Is it hurting others? Is it destroying my relationships? Is it wiping out all the connections that I have by doing this? Is it destructive? Really, really asking yourself that, is it not positive? Is it not caring? Is it not kind? That's what we have to be, aware of and question to ourselves that before we just act. Is, okay, I'm acting on this, but does it feel right? Because if it doesn't feel right, then it's probably not worth doing, because it's probably also maybe going to put you in a bad situation, going to put others in a bad situation. So I don't want to make this overly complicated for you. I'm just sort of adding this into what I'm talking about. And then the question is, how is me being an individual serving others? How is me being my individual self, my, sovereign self, helping others? And so it's very important also that you follow through on your ideas, that you don't just act on something and then you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not, creative. It's just, I have better things to do. Oh, what about this next episode? Aries can get caught up in oh, it's the next shiny thing. Oh, it's the next shiny thing. Doing something, then, oh, that opportunity here, or going after that opportunity. Oh, that other opportunity there. Making sure that you kind of put blinders on and follow through with one idea and make it, happen to completion. Really following through with this idea. That's all that I'm saying here. And then, being courageous in a wise way. Not doing it in an impulsive, way. Low vibration way, but being courageous wisely. They're really motivated to try anything. They want to try anything. They're driven to do this. And it's a very, very open-minded energy. It's really, really open-minded. It just wants to try all these things. Jupiter in Aries moves very, very fast. And the things that need to be done quickly, the things that need to be done instantly, it can really, really succeed at because of this. And then the thing about Jupiter in Aries, I want to reinforce this again. It is very, very simple. Jupiter in Aries is not complicated. They don't want to be complicated. It has an idea. It wants to act on it. And so it acts on it. It's as simple as that. So that's all that I have to say on Jupiter in Aries in this episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast. I hope that you enjoy this. I've done most of the Jupiter videos on this podcast. I just have 2 left to do. I did a video on my YouTube channel back in January. But I wanted to do an episode on this podcast. Tune in for tomorrow's episode. And then Thursday, Friday, which is about the new moon in Taurus, coming up May 16th, which is Saturday of next week. So I'm going to be talking about that and how, the Earth is calling you to be stable and be grounded. And I'm going to talk about that with the new moon in Taurus themes and how to create stability and calm in your life with that. And the astrology going on with that new moon, the collective reading, and then for the 12 signs Friday. So tune in for those videos coming up, coming your way very, very soon to your neighborhood. So keep on the lookout for that. And I will see you in the next episode of this podcast. Until next time, be happy, be healthy. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.